6:34. Right now, D.C. is preparing for life after the federal surge, at least on paper. We have just 17 hours until President Trump's emergency order, which brought hundreds of federal law enforcement officers to the district, officially expires. However, we know the impact of this surge will be felt for weeks to come.
Our Marcella Robertson is joining us live from the U.S. Capitol this morning with what we can expect moving forward. Marcella.
Yeah, good morning to you both. Well, we know while that order will expire overnight, you can still expect to see a number of National Guard troops and other federal agencies alongside MPD for the days and weeks to come. So what's the big difference here? What can we expect to change? Well, D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser says the biggest change here is that D.C. officials will be in charge. Take a listen.
The MPD is not compelled to provide MPD services as directed by the president.
Earlier this month, the mayor issued an executive order saying MPD will continue working with federal law enforcement agencies past the 30-day emergency order, with the exception of ICE. Her order also outlines that it will be district officials who will request the government's assistance to combat violent crime, specifically gun crimes. The mayor's order says agents should clearly identify their agency, provide IDs, and should not be wearing masks. She's also pushed back on claims that she's welcoming the National Guard to stay in D.C. indefinitely.
Let me tell you without equivocation that the mayor's order does not extend the Trump emergency. In fact, it does the exact opposite. What it does is lays out a framework for how we will exit the emergency.
Mayor Bowser also clarifying this morning that these will be the agencies D.C. works with moving forward. They include the U.S. Marshals Service, FBI, U.S. Park Police, and the DEA, among others. And now we know that the National Guard troops, their deployment has been extended through November so that they can receive full military benefits. So again, I still expect to see them over the next coming days and weeks. We also know a lot happening this morning on Capitol Hill. This morning, House lawmakers, they're considering more than a dozen bills that would essentially reshape D.C.'s criminal justice system. One of them would potentially remove current D.C. Attorney General Brian Schwab. Another would change the way that juveniles can be charged in the district. And of course, we'll be keeping a close eye on that. But we know that if passed, these could all have far-reaching impact on the people who live and work here, and of course have an impact on D.C.'s home rule. So that House Oversight Committee hearing, that starts at 10 o'clock this morning. We'll keep a close eye on things, and we'll bring you updates throughout the day on WUSA 9. Back to you.
All right, well